Hey,
All
what's up,
right.
everyone?
Hey everybody, how we doing? We are live with Sean and Keith from Goraphobe. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey Juno, hey Ginger,
Well,
and everybody else who comes in here. This is um such a fantastic remake that I always pretty much say that it's not just for horror. This is like one of the greatest remakes for me, like of all time. This
definitely,
is
definitely.
like a work of art what they did with this film, and it's like one of the few films that has a remake that like an original and a remake that I can't decide which one I like better.
Right. Well,
Like I,
I always go. I do like this one a lot, but the original is my favorite. The 1980 one is definitely my favorite. I adore
yeah,
that
yeah,
film. It's
it's
one
a
of my favorites.
classic. I love it too.
But what I
Yeah,
Like
if
like
I
about the
had to pick
remake
one, it
is,
would definitely be the original.
yeah.
yeah,
But what I
I
love about
don't know.
this is
It's
it
hard.
found its own it found its own identity. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
This
yeah.
remake did, like in a very profound, very obvious way. You know, you get it from his point of view. You know what I mean? And that was something I thought was very creative on their part.
Oh yeah, it was very risky on their part too. It's like
Yeah,
to do a
big
whole
time.
movie like that through just point of view. That was a decent risk, and I think it paid off like completely because and there was some
Absolutely.
amazing camera work in this movie and
Dude, I
amazing
think
shots.
the smartest thing they did was making sure to get the approval from Lustig and then working with him on it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
getting his insight and everything.
and Alexander Aja was produced it too, which I love pretty much everything that he's done, like ever. So that just wasn't a surprise when I found out he was producing this.
I always
So
thought
hey,
that it
hey,
was so.
Carrie, hey, mate.
I, I always thought that it was too bad that Spinell wasn't still alive to at least do something, a little tiny thing in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would have been cool. So
yeah, to have him make a little cameo.
just
Yeah,
something,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, no, he.
Just
I mean,
something good.
his performance in the original is just unbelievable too.
He's just a great
Like,
actor, man. Remember, he played
yeah,
Gazzo in Rocky. He was in
yep.
Godfather
He
One and
was in
Two.
got. Yep.
You know,
Yeah, he
he's
was.
just a great actor.
Wasn't he in Scarface in like a certain scene? Scarface.
I don't
I don't
remember
know
him in
why that
Scarface.
sounds familiar. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
I
no, he was great. He was great though. So, like
I love the character, Mr. Gazzo
he
in Rocky.
really put
That's one of my
yeah
favorites.
he really put his like all into this that craziness in portraying Frank in the original Maniac.
Yeah,
So
I wish they'd got a sequel with it. Sequel would have been
uh,
cool.
yeah, no, yeah, sequel would have been interesting for sure.
Of course, he kind of played that role sort of in The Undertaker, and you know what I mean. He was kind of sort of that same. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Not, not,
another lunatic.
yeah, that's not a bad
But,
film actually.
yeah, I haven't seen that in forever. But
Yeah,
William Lustig, everything that he did after that. I mean, then he went on a few years later to do Maniac Cop and the Maniac, the whole trilogy,
right,
which
absolutely, yeah.
those films are awesome. All right, so I'm watching on Tubi. So if there's when I hit an ad, I'll just say that I hit an ad, and then just
All right.
pause it. I guess because you're both
Cool.
watching on physical, right?
Yes, I
yeah,
always try to do.
I'm watching
All
the
right.
DVD.
And if anyone needs a timestamp for Tubi, if they want to watch along, just let me know and I'll give you a timestamp. But
I'm
all
gonna
right.
drop the Tubi link
Yeah,
down in
I
the
know. I
chat
tried
if you have it.
looking for it, but I do not have it. So
I'm gonna try and look for it real quick.
yeah, cool, 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 cool. Has anybody in the chat seen the original Maniac but never seen the remake? Because that's
It's actually a
interesting
good
to know.
question.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a different film. It's definitely they're definitely two different films.
Oh yeah.
They made it
It's
so.
amazing. It's amazing because they both follow the same basic storyline, like
Somehow,
pretty much
yeah,
identically. But then
somehow it's
they're
the
so
same thing, but they're
stylistically
completely
different.
different.
Yeah,
Like look,
stylistically, they're different. Very
it,
different.
it's almost it's like instead of from the outside point, the third person point of view, it's the first person point of view of the same thing. That's the best
Yeah,
way I can
yeah,
describe it.
yeah. And like the portrayal of Frank is a little bit different in both of them.
Done by
Which,
Elijah Wood. I couldn't believe
yeah,
it when I heard that he was going to be. I thought, oh, you got fucked, kid. But then I seen
yeah.
him. Like, damn.
After every, after doing Lord of the Rings and being, he could have done anything, and then he ends up going and doing Maniac, a remake of Maniac. But he is a huge horror fan. He
Yeah.
has been a horror fan for his whole life, pretty much.
There's something
So
about Elijah that's creepy. You know what I mean? There's something about him that has a creepy look. Anyway, I didn't
yeah,
think about that in Lord of the Rings.
look at him, and you ever see the show Wilfred?
Yeah.
Thank you,
with,
Kerry.
with, with the with its Elijah Wood, and he sees like the dog, but
Yeah.
it's a guy in a dog suit.
Yeah.
You ever see that show? That
No. Sounds
he's
cool.
like it's hilarious. Like he sees like his neighbor's dog and like who talks to him, but it's like a dog and a guy in a dog suit, and it talks to Elijah Wood, and you don't know whether he's crazy or he's really like like this dog really exists or it's just an actual like you don't. It's such a funny fucking show. But he looks insane, Elijah Wood, in that whole thing. Like he plays like out of his mind so well. Like
Have you
he's a
ever
great actor, and he doesn't get enough props.
have you ever seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Um,
He's
an
got
older film.
Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet
Um,
and
no,
Philip
I
Seymour.
never did. I never did.
Watch that. It's a really good film, and he plays a creepy role in it. He plays the creepy, sneaky little guy trying to take dude's girlfriend type role. And it's the first time I've
Oh,
ever seen
man.
him play something creepy
Yeah.
and sneaky. And it's a good role. It's got Jim Carrey, it's got him, it's got Jim Carrey, it's got Kate Winslet, it's got Kirsten Dunst.
Nice.
It's a damn good movie.
All right, nice. I gotta check it out.
Yeah. The
All
greatest
right.
title of any movie I've ever heard. Eternal Sunshine of the
Yeah,
Spotless
yeah. I
Mind.
was listening to it as you said it. I was like,
That's fucking
I
great.
like the way those are coming out. Those words. Yeah, yeah. Ginger says Elijah in Sin City, all kinds of creepy. Yeah,
And
Oh yeah.
to
he can
make
play
that
creepy very well.
to make that even more creepy, Rucker Hauer's his dad in the movie.
Burger Howard, oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's missed.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
definitely missed.
All right. You ready to count down?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right.
I guess
So,
check with the chat real quick.
yeah, Chad, are you guys, whoever's watching along, are you guys ready?
Need a couple minutes or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always that one person that says, "Hang on a minute."
Yeah, right. You got that one person. Always got one more thing to do.
It's like, all right, cool.
And there's
Can't-
always one
you gotta wait
victim in
yet.
this movie. Like every time I watch this movie and I see this victim before they get killed, I'm always like, this one gets it rough, dude. Like it's just like
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
it coming, man. There's like one scene in this movie that's like really gets to me.
Absolutely. And
She's cute too, man. She's
the
cute. It's such a waste.
the effects in this movie are so fucking good that like I don't know how they pulled some of them off.
They had a little more
Yeah.
money to play with, didn't they? Than the
Like
original. They had a little more money.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Savini is a genius, and he did the original. But whoever I forget who did it for this movie, but they fucking killed it. Like because there's just some kills I look at in this and just like, dude, that looks just like too real right there. It's like, how do they even like pull that off? And it just looks fantastic. The kills in this movie.
It's probably been 5-6 years since I've seen it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. I think I saw it last. Well, when I did videos for it in the original, it was probably like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. But before that, it was probably a few years. But it's such a great remake.
It looks like Mayan needs a minute.
Yeah, no, I just saw that. Take your time, May.
She's great, man. She has. We have been
Yeah,
throughout all of our
all the
channels.
time and watches
Throughout
stuff.
throughout
Yeah.
all of our channels, man. she has been getting a great horror education. She come to us with very little bit, and we've
Yeah,
been giving
right.
her a crash course, Fulci and all that
I
shit. You know
I
what I mean?
know.
I've been Fulciing her to
Yeah,
death.
yeah. I know. I mean, Fulci,
Next, she
um,
gets Don't Torture a Duckling.
a bunch of movies. Yeah, nice,
Next,
nice.
she gets Duckling. So,
Well, that's one thing that's amazing about the community is that even if people
I
they
love
don't
that.
have they're not a hardcore horror fan, they don't know all those more deep cut directors and films, and they get to learn about them like very
See,
intensely and
see,
from
we're
all over
taking
the
her
place.
through B. We're taking her through B. We're not taking her through mainstream. That's important.
Yeah,
We're taking her through
exactly.
real horror.
Yeah, because it's like how long can you keep talking about like one franchise? Like how long can you keep talking
Right.
about Friday the 13th or Halloween or Scream or
Scream
Nightmare,
17.
anything? It's like how do you just keep on talking about that like all the time? It's like I want to talk about a different movie every day. Like
They
you know
do
what
it
I
for
mean? Like
views. Man.
yeah, exactly. Of course.
They do it for views.
It's like there's
Like that's
not
why
that
I'm
much
not
to say about one thing all the time.
that's why
Views.
I'm not strictly like confined to just watching horror movies. Like it
Yeah,
can't be horror all the time. Like it really
yeah,
can't be.
yeah, yeah,
I
for sure.
branched out to the Warriors and to the wrestler. Next time I'm going to branch out to Rocky, and I'm going to do a few things like that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
so
eventually do Tarantino's
oh
films,
yes,
some other stuff like that, like, for sure. I did Last of the
absolutely,
Mohicans, actually, a video on that, which is one of my favorite films ever.
yeah. I'll let you
So,
know
All
Country
right.
for Old Men.
Thanks for
yeah,
stopping by, Juno.
yeah, Juno. Thank you very much. You have a good night or day wherever you're from.
Like it's daylight where Ninja is because he's Aussie, right? So he's in Australia. So over
Yeah,
there, 6 o'clock there, it's like fucking like
16
noon or
hours,
something.
I think,
It's like
difference.
noon or something. I don't know. It's 10 hours, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it's longer. I think it's like 16 hours or something like
Oh,
that, which is crazy.
that, so that makes a breakfast time over there or some shit. Or no, late after. No, fuck. Hold on. So he's 16 hours back. I do believe. So if you do that, you do 10. It makes it like 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning or something over
Yeah, well, it's wild. Just let me know, May.
there.
May, just let us know when you're ready to go, and then we will count it down. Hey, Chad, how you doing, buddy?
So
Howdy from Oklahoma. Hello, Oklahoma.
that's what's cool about it, man. 'Cause you got people from all over.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is this is the thing. Hey, this did come with it, man. Well, this is what came with my Blu-ray. It's nothing like this. On the back, it's got that.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's like the same thing I got,
That's what
Cool.
Sean was
but
showing.
mine has different artwork.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yours had a different one. That's
It
cool
was
though.
like
Yeah,
it was like Elijah Wood's torso. It like showed everything but his head,
yeah.
Huh.
Well,
which
that's
is
like
basically on the DVD menu.
yeah. Well, I love in this movie that they have one of the best homages to the original movie when they have on the car reflection, and it's the picture of
Uh-huh.
basically how it is on the VHS cover of the original Maniac. That's such an
Exactly.
awesome homage. Like that's so cool the
That's
way
one of
that
the
they did
coolest
that.
posters too. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fucking awesome.
Here's a
yeah. I mean,
question
it's
for
so
you.
iconic that poster. Yeah.
I've warned
You
you
know,
not to
like
cross.
thinking about it, like, is there another movie out there that has more scalpings in this movie? Like, I think this might be like the limit. I
Or
think this might
scalping.
be like the most scalpings in a movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
because that's
unless
his
it's like
MO. You know,
unless it's like
that,
Native Americans, like in like in the war.
Or what's that movie
Yeah,
called?
some movie.
Scalps? Isn't there a movie
Yeah,
called
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Scalps?
There is a movie called Scalps. That's funny. All right, May is ready. All right, indeed. All right, everybody is ready. So we'll
Yep.
on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
You got an ad in the beginning?
I did not. No.
All right.
Surprising. Because usually it's as soon as it starts.
Mine says IFC Films right
Yeah, yeah. It was
now.
IFC. That's how I first saw it, I think.
IFC
Like
Films.
I don't remember knowing that it was coming out, a remake. And then I just like found out when I saw it on demand, like that year from on IFC.
I seen an ad about it where they were talking about that they were making it, and they said Elijah Wood was playing the lead role, and that's why I was like, "Well, you know
Yeah,
he's fucking me."
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then by accident, I kind of seen it, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, this is Maniac remake," and it was starting at the part where it was showing, he right here, and she was going, and she went down or something on him, and then it goes to above where he sees where she's like that, and
Yep.
while he's choking her, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I was like,
I
"Holy
love that.
shit, man!"
That's shot so amazingly. This whole
So it's like
movie
you
is
see
shot
him from
amazingly.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yep. That's like one of the only times that it goes like it goes to third person like view,
You're right,
like
though. That was cool.
showing him instead of being first person.
What, like the mirror scenes?
Like
Yeah.
when he's choking the girl on the bed to
Okay.
goodbye horses.
Right.
And
She does have a mirror on the ceiling too at one point.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And you could
That's
see
the time you see him.
Maybe we'll just stop
his
ruining it,
body.
you know. I'm like, oh wait, we're just gonna sit here and spoil the movie now.
That's funny.
That's the one drawback to my motto of the discussion and the bringing everybody in and everything. And sometimes you talk too much, and people like Mayanne that hasn't seen it's going, "Wait, guys, hang on a minute, chill."
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know.
Yeah, I'm always trying to be mindful of that. That's like
Because she felt
another reason why I don't do many reviews or anything like that. I'm always like,
like,
this one's hard to talk about without giving everything away.
I don't do reviews, not really. Have you noticed that on my channel? I'm the one person I that's one thing I don't do really is reviews
Yeah.
because
That's
because
fine, man.
everybody does.
No, but
It's
I
perfectly
love
fine.
how you usually always do like a live stream watch and be able to give your commentary on it. 'Cause that's like
I
basically what I
always
do in my videos. I just don't do them like when I do a regular video. It's
I
just
mean,
pretty much the same as a live stream, just me
yeah.
by myself and making commentary on the movie while I'm watching it. So it's the
yeah, I
same
mean,
shit.
technically
I
it's a
do my own
review.
thing.
Yeah, but
My hauls are live, everything now. You know what I mean? Because I want to involve
yeah,
everybody in. That's you know
yeah,
I
no,
want to
for
share it.
sure,
You can't share it when it's an upload. You know.
exactly. I love that shot of him in his rearview mirror. You just
You
see his
guys ever
eyes.
do this? Like, if you guys ever driving by yourself somewhere and you just talk to yourself, like, all right, Judy, I'll come back later. Like, the way he sits there and talks to himself, like,
Yeah.
okay, Judy, I'll come back later.
I think everybody says something to themselves, out loud every once in a while. We always talk to ourselves in our head, but sometimes it'll come out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I talk to myself sometimes. I think,
I'm
like
gonna
you said,
try that out.
we all do.
And
I'm gonna
somebody else
try that
sees
out
you and then
next
they
time
act
I'm
like you're
driving.
crazy.
Just stare at girls and talk to myself.
Yeah.
They'll see you and they're like, "Oh my God, is he
Well,
crazy?" I'm
like
like,
that's
"Man,
the
go ahead and
thing.
talk shit. You know
In
you
our
talk to yourself too."
yeah, like, but that's the thing, and like a privacy in our privacy, like we could do that. But like if you're
Yeah.
like talking yourself, like looking at
Every
like
once in a while,
people
somebody.
in public somewhere, and people are looking at you and noticing, then like they're gonna think that's fucking weird.
Sometimes you're not as
Even
private
though
as you think
everyone
you are.
talks to
Yeah.
themselves.
So, sometimes that person catches your private moment, and you're not as alone as you think. And it's like, "Hey, fuck you. You know you talk to yourself, dude. Don't be a smartass."
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I love the score in this. By
Yes.
some guy, I'm pretty sure it's just the guy's name is just like Rob, and or like
Oh, he's one of
it
those.
stands for something. Like I'm not sure, but whoever it is, he's fantastic. The score in this.
So it's obviously a company, a conglomeration. When that kind of thing happens, you got 3 or 4 people, and they just decide to name it one name.
Yeah, yep.
It's like, in the beginning there when Elijah Wood's in the van and he's talking to himself. It's like in his head, he's like, he thinks he's really having a conversation with the girl outside walking on the fucking sidewalk. And it's all in his head. It's not really happening.
Yeah, because there's a difference in talking to yourself, just talking to yourself like, man, I knew I should have went and did that. And talking to yourself.
It's cool. Exactly.
Someone, you know?
Perfect. Exactly. You nailed it. There absolutely is a difference. Like one, it's called like it's called a diagnosis. Like that's the difference.
Presentation is,
All right, thanks for stopping by, Ginja.
Yeah, thank you,
He's a little different.
Take care, buddy.
I haven't got there with craziness yet. So. hopefully I don't, or we probably won't be talking much anymore. I might be locked up.
No.
We'll hope I stay sane for a while. For a minute. Oh shit! Excuse me. I got to try to pick these up. I did my whole video and I haven't put my shit away yet. Damn it! I got 34 fucking pieces of physical media laying around here that I gotta pick up so I don't.
This is so creepy. Like, please don't scream.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah, that is such a cool kill. That looks fantastic. And then like he fucking caresses her face and hair afterwards. That's so sick.
It's like, he thinks he's like, like he thinks that she actually like, is all about him and shit.
Yeah. Like,
his victim's cuter too than the 1980 victim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got more attractive victims.
That looks so.
You count the scalpings, I guess. This is the first one.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a nice one.
And Maniac. And this is me.
That's a sick title card.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey Peggy. I expected much more. I don't know. You should rewatch it, Peggy, because I think he does a phenomenal performance in this movie.
Hey, what's up, Lauren? If you watch it, it won't get any more dumber than it is.
What's going on, Lauren?
He definitely earned my respect. I didn't expect him to come off like he did in this, man. I was blown away. I was like,
oh yeah.
I can't talk shit about him anymore.
Yeah, no more Frodo.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I love Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know, I do too. I'm not huge on them, but I do enjoy the movies.
Yeah. Even though I didn't like him a lot, the show was so good that I was able to overlook the fact that I didn't care much for him. But then I see him in Troll Sunshine, and I see him this, I see him come to Daddy, and all this kind of shit. And it's like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Come to Daddy's.
Hey, Waffles, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's up? How are you doing, man?
Yo, is this AOL? Messenger they're using? It looks like AOL.
I have a instant messenger email still. .aim at aim.com.
Oh, AIM. I haven't heard that shit.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. That's how long I've had it. That's fucking aim.com email.
I can't believe you just said that, dude. I feel like you just chipped like 12 years off my life real quick there.
AOL Instant Messenger.
I was like about to faint for a second. I was like, AIM, holy shit, AIM.
It's like, damn, I didn't expect to have like my mind blown back so many years.
You having pointless conversations with people on AIM?
Yeah, exactly. And that was like the way of communication back then.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, we gotta. It's like, all right, we'll talk on AIM later. Wow. Time changes.
The oddness of Elijah comes from his eyes.
Yeah, no, I know. I love. Like he said that he was on set with the DP like every single day. Like, just he said he'd never worked with a director of photography that closely, like ever in his career, because they had to just constantly be like looking like to make sure it's coming right from where he would be and everything.
Right.
It's like amazing camera work.
They're really under. They really don't get the recognition they deserve either. A good.
Oh no.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Look at The Shining. Great job.
Yeah.
Look at The Exorcist director of photography. Without
Oh
those
yeah.
people on those two movies, those two movies wouldn't be what they are.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. They are under. They're not. They're under talked about for sure.
That's just two movies that stuck out. Those two.
No.
Movies.
Yeah. Because they got amazing cinematography.
Yes. Where you put the shot changes the whole thing, man, and how you shoot it, how close you shoot it.
Yeah.
Up above, at the side. You know what I mean?
And it can just makes it's great for showing emotion and conveying emotion. Look at like Fulci with the constant when they see something terrifying, and then like they have the pan in shot quickly to their eyes and stuff. Like he uses that in a lot of his films.
Right. I got another example here too. A great example, man. What's the name, man?
I like how we could see like his visions, like his him hallucinating, basically.
Like this should have been a red flag for her.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh,
should have
for
been a
sure.
red flag.
Yeah, whenever
Like,
someone
time
just
to go
gets up,
home.
when someone starts freaking out, they just and they get up, they run to the bathroom, then they come back. Like that's never a good reason. Like they always are either taking medication. Every time you see that in a movie, they're taking medication. That's why they're rushing to the bathroom.
Yeah, here it is. Dean Cundy from Halloween. Perfect example.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man.
Halloween it's like my third favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. Oh God, man.
This girl is sexy too. This first girl.
Oh, I know. That's why I was talking about such a waste, man.
Yeah, I know.
Such a waste.
Oh, man. I mean, come on, dude. Be cool. Why you gotta be stupid about shit?
I'm actually surprised that they got away with using "Goodbye Horses." I'm not like got away with it, but like that's so iconic too, and linked to "Silence of the Lambs." And like in most movies, if I heard it, I would think of it's like come on, Silence of the Lambs, but it works so well in this movie too. Like it really does.
Silence of the Lambs and The Exorcist are a couple films who are a true case of how you can make mainstream good. Mainstream can be really killer.
For sure.
It can be. It has been on a few occasions, and that's just two of them.
Yeah. It's just not that often.
Right.
Especially nowadays.
You're gonna look at low budget and B and shit to find a good horror. And especially people like Romero that did it themselves. A studio wouldn't accept them. They couldn't get anything by them. They wouldn't help. They wouldn't do shit for them. They passed up on everything. Everybody passed up on Night of the Dead. You know, and they finally traveled to New York and got a shit for it. Yeah. Which I think was the day Martin Luther King was killed too. They heard it on the radio on the way there.
I think you're cute, especially when you were hallucinating back at the restaurant.
I know, right?
The socks set her off, don't they? The socks set her off, man.
So what was that about at the restaurant back there?
Yeah, none of that. She asked nothing.
Yeah.
just a phase he was going through.
Yeah. He got over it. He's fine now.
She's a tolerant person. She's like,
I'm sure everything will be fine, is what she heard as he choked her to death on the bed.
Everything happens for a reason.
He's just a little odd, yeah.
That's funny.
Shit, man.
Yeah, she's a cool chick, man. She's got a good attitude. You know what I mean? She just
She's just a chill person.
It's like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? What are you, crazy?
I just think it's crazy, like how you like look at like someone like that, and then you just like your only instinct is to kill them. Like
Yeah.
like I have never looked at someone and really wanted to kill them, like for real. Maybe one or two people, like ever.
Especially in this situation, right?
But yeah, exactly.
Last thing
It's
you want
like
to do.
looking at someone
I'm gonna
like
raid the
right
fridge
now
naked
like
at the
that.
situation.
Why is the first thought? That's what I guess makes him a psychopath. That's the first thing is he wants to kill this person.
The whole time he's playing with her nipples, he's like, "Man, I'm gonna cut her fucking scalp off."
Yeah, exactly. Like
He's like, "Oh, you
that's
crazy
crazy.
dude?"
That
He's like,
I
"Oh
think
yeah,
they
okay."
I think the difference between Frank's character in this movie, see right here in the mirror, is one of the few times you like see him at all, like in this movie.
He's more
But
awkward.
he's more his Frank is more mentally ill, I think. Like
He's more socially awkward. The Frank in the
yeah,
original could put his mask of sanity on and go out and bullshit, just like he
yeah,
did with the Carolyn Monroe character. He hung
mhm,
out as if he was some kind of an industry person. He was able
yeah,
to put on a mask of normalcy. But this guy, there's no fucking way.
yeah. And Frank was able to. I mean, the original, I think he was more of like. I mean, he was definitely. They're both fucking maniacs and
Yeah,
psychopaths, but I feel like he's more of like a tortured soul.
yeah.
Like he's
He can't
like,
even act normal, you know?
yeah, and like, and this Elijah Wood's portrayal is just more of a complete like schizophrenic or like some crazy mental illness like that.
It's not
And
just a mommy issue.
we see him taking medication in this movie, like compared to the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like right now he's like fighting the urge to like not rip her scalp off.
And he didn't have the sympathy because Frank Zito in the original, after he killed somebody like that, he was fucking sorry. He felt bad. He cried. You know, why'd you make me do that, mommy? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. I mean, he does in this too, but
he
differently
felt,
for
yeah,
sure. Like because he pukes after this, which he
yeah.
does in the first one too.
Zito walked back and forth crying, mommy. You know what I mean? It was just, it
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
feel sorry for. There's more sympathy for the original character than for this one.
That's what I, yeah, exactly. Like he's more of a tortured soul. Like well, this should happen to him, and it's terrible that he's a murderer, but that's the cards he was dealt, and he's a sick fucking person. This one is just like this is a mentally ill human being. Like
Elijah
you
Wood
know what I
was
mean?
scarier. Elijah
Yeah,
Wood was scarier, man. He's more fucking dangerous. He really is.
yeah. He's a lot more unpredictable.
Yeah, he's looking at going, all right. I love the straight razor. That's not used enough anymore. It used to be used in Giallo and
Yeah, exactly. That was the
De Palma
weapon
used it.
for Giallos.
De Palma used it in Dress to Kill.
Just
But
to kill. Well, that movie is very Giallo esque a
oh
little bit.
yes, oh yes, all the way down to
Yeah,
the hat.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, but yeah, it hasn't been used that much, which is cool. That
I guess this is the second scalping.
Yeah. Yep.
and this one's not so easy. He's actually having trouble peeling it back, which I thought was a good attitude.
Yeah. Like so, he gets. I don't know if he gets sickened by the idea and throws up, or he gets sickened just by the act of scalping.
Yeah, I
I
always
think
wonder why
it's
they had to
all like
kill him.
rushing at him too much.
Yeah, that's true. Just like a
I
huge
think it's
flow
just
of
that whole
adrenaline.
experience. That whole experience on top of his sickness is like just like an
Yeah,
overwhelming rush.
yeah, like a huge adrenaline shot, like on top of whatever
She was so
sickness he
sexually
already has.
She was
Yeah.
so sexually forward, man. She was so sexually forward that he was like in shock. He was laying there stiff as a fucking board when she was kissing on him and shit, man. He did
Yeah,
not know
yeah,
what to do with it.
exactly. Well, there's a lot of themes of sexual repression in this movie.
Like he did not know what to
There's
do. He was so
well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, so I'll save it.
he was so uncomfortable with that. You could just tell he
Yeah,
was like, "Oh my god, what do I fucking do? She's kissing on me,
yeah,
on top of me." He's like, "I
exactly.
don't
And he
know."
had no idea what to do.
Yeah,
I love how he puts the lip ring on the mannequin.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that yeah, it was a nice little touch. Yeah,
Yeah, that he does that. That's fucking hilarious. When I first saw that, I was like, "That's awesome."
It's a little detail, man.
Yeah,
Little things. That's gruesome looking. That looks like a scalp, man.
that's I know.
Like,
Dude, it looks so real. Like the gore and shit in this movie.
not
You
that
know,
I've
one
seen.
thing I don't get with like people that are like anything like this or like a necrophiliac, like how is your sexual urge more stronger than the smell of a dead body? Like I just don't get that. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
like
be with this dead person. I don't care what they smell like, but I have to be with them. Like,
like
Dude, the fact.
Ted Bundy would go back to his victims a week, 2 weeks later, and have sex with bodies again after a couple of weeks of decomposition. It's like what
Yeah,
the fuck?
it's fucking crazy, and I
Maggots
can't
and everything.
imagine what it's like to like to be living in a room like this with and like in a bed with a fucking mannequin with a scalp with flies everywhere and shit. Like,
I
Oh,
know.
like, are
if
you
one fly
serious?
gets in, it's over, man. If one fly gets in,
Yeah,
they're gonna have
it's like
it's gonna be a
Jesus.
wonderland for them.
And there are sickos like this like, in real life. That's like the sick part.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of crime shit.
Yeah, yeah. I do. I used to watch a lot more of it. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
there's
you
sick bastards.
remember in Hellraiser 2 when like they're going downstairs to the infirmary and there's like mental patients down there and shit. They're all locked up and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like you think there's real people like that out there in the world?
That was like a whole other world that room was, man. You know what I mean? It's like you stepped in there and it was like stepping into an old school asylum. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. I just wonder
It's
sometimes, like, I
totally
wonder if
different
there's real
dimensions.
people like that.
They probably
Yeah.
are. It's like Digging Up the Marrow by Adam Green, that found footage movie when Ray Wise is looking for that knows that there's monsters and shit living under the ground, and that Adam Green tries to prove that he's right and try to get footage and shit of the monsters, and that there's like a whole civilization down there of the foreign people that are like the monsters that we consider monsters. That's a great movie, actually.
It almost sounds like Nightbreed.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of actually, yeah, has like that same feel to it.
The one thing about Adam Green is each thing he does is different than his last. Like,
Oh
except
yeah,
for, of course, you got the
Frozen.
sequel. But
His
yeah,
first film was yeah, like a thriller. That wasn't even like a horror. Then he did the Hatchet series, which I adore Hatchet.
oh man, yeah. That first one is so fucking fun. It's ridiculous.
I love every one. I like the fourth one almost as much as the first one. Like there's some crazy kills in all of those though. I love that series so much. May says the kills are making her squeal.
Yeah, it looks like May Ann's enjoying the scalping.
Yeah, right.
She's counting. I know she's counting.
She's so fun in the chat, man, because she'll make little comments like that. She'll be like,
I
oh my
know,
God.
I know. That's awesome.
I can't remember what it was, but I think it was New York Ripper, where she was like, is he really doing? I said, yes, he's really doing.
That's funny.
She found the toe, the foot scene interesting.
Oh yeah, that is such a weird scene, man. That is
That
such a
woman is so
that
hot,
is
though,
Fulci
man.
at his sleaze. That is him at his sleaziest, Fulci.
That woman couldn't get the regular sex she wanted the whole fucking time. She was just begging for it, man. And she's like, somebody fuck this woman, please. That's all she wants, man. Everybody fucks with her. You know? They're like, God damn, man. Never seen it so difficult for an attractive woman to get laid. It's crazy. The foot thing, if they think that shit's funny, it's like, hey, yeah, the joke's on you, dumbass. Man, you could have been fucking fucked. Yeah, it's like, you stupid motherfucker.
That's one other difference in this version versus the originals, that he works in a mannequin shop. And he says his mom owns, that it was his mom's store. But then we find out his mom was like a crack addict, like hooker. Like she and like work at this store. Like I doubt she worked at this store. So I don't know if he's lying about this being like his mom's store, or how he actually got this place, or like it's interesting because you can't like trust a thing he says in this movie. Because he's a fucking psychopath. He's a maniac. Everything he says could be true or could be a complete lie.
And it doesn't tell you because it's better that they don't tell you. Sometimes it's better if
Yeah.
you don't know because it's not important for you to know. It's
Yeah,
important for you to know that and suspect that he could be lying because you just know just by his character that it may or
Yeah.
may not be true.
exactly. And I love movies that when handled well, that have a lot of ambiguity like that.
You don't have to tell us everything. A movie
Yeah.
that tells you every single detail is usually not a very good movie.
Yeah, no, because it's treating the audience like fucking we're stupid,
Yeah, yeah,
and we need to be handheld through it.
yeah, exactly. I like to wonder about shit. Some people get pissed about that though. They like
Yeah,
not like the
no,
film because of that.
yeah. There's people like this. Like I say all the time. There's an audience for every film, like, and just like music and just like any art, there's an audience for everything.
The
It's
universal
just
languages.
yeah, exactly. It's like there's always going to be people who like something, even if the majority can't stand it, or if it's the opposite.
Or you take a movie that you think everybody loves and you mention it to somebody and you find out the first time after 10, 20 years that oh, I don't like that movie. It's like, wow, man, I thought everybody
Yeah,
liked that movie.
yeah,
I,
exactly. It's interesting when it happens that way too.
I was like that with Forrest Gump. Man, I thought everybody liked Forrest Gump. And I've
Yeah,
ran into a lot of
most
people
people do.
lately that don't like it. It's like, why?
Oh yeah,
What about it do you not like?
I don't know. That's odd. Like it is a mostly beloved film. So
Like my mom hated E.T. And I was like, how do you hate E.T.?
maybe she
It's
didn't.
not my favorite movie.
Maybe she don't relate with ET.
How do you get pissed off by ET? I'm trying to picture someone like fired up over ET. Like, get that shit off the TV.
She was nauseated by it, man.
Yeah,
She was like,
right.
it sucks.
Get
It's
that
stupid.
little
I hate
alien
it.
off.
Fucking hate it. Fucking hate ET.
Ah, there you go. Lauren hates that.
She hated the little fucker, man. She thought he was fucking ridiculous. Like, damn. Why the hate for ET?
Get this little bastard off the TV right there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said. Fuck that little bastard. Yeah, my mom was very verbal, man. You know, she's like he little bastard nauseates me.
Really
Like Jesus,
little
man.
Martian bastard.
I always thought ET was really cool because he ate Reese Pieces.
Yeah.
That's why when I was a kid, I'd be like, yeah, he's eating Reese Pieces. That's cool.
That's the good. That's always a gauge,
For
a
kids,
good
that's
gauge
so
for whether
sweet as
someone's
fucking
cool.
kid, you know?
Yeah.
That's definitely a cool
I just hit an ad.
No, I don't enjoy it like I did when I was a child. When I was a child, I thought it was more funny, but
Yeah.
and I mean, I still like it and appreciate what it is. It's still a good old time movie, but it's not something I can sit around and watch now. I tried to watch it a
Oh
few years
yeah.
ago, and it just didn't grab me like it did.
I
Yeah.
watched it on
That
Blu-ray like a
changes
year
sometimes.
ago. It looks really good on Blu-ray though. I know that.
Yeah, I got that one edition, and it does look good. Well, Spielberg. Spielberg's not gonna let it come out unless it's right. Kind of like
No, yeah, exactly.
Cameron.
Well, it's not necessarily true because some of his Amblin films, like they don't really look all that great. But that's like I don't really think a lot of those films he was even working on anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, you got James Cameron, you know.
He might not have a say in some of the transfers and stuff anyway. They might.
Like I know Arachnophobia, that's technically a Spielberg movie. That's always been a movie that's never really looked that great.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a fun one actually. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I
Like
guess
it's
he's
just
releasing.
like the video quality on it. Like it just always looked like it always had like a fuzziness to it.
Oh yeah, it's not a good looking movie.
But that's a movie that probably needs a 4K scan.
So then
That's
you
the
have
news.
just some movies that are just like so bad looking that like no matter what, like how good you make them look and clean them up, they still look like shit. Which is it's rare, but I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but they exist. Movies that just look not good at all, no matter what you do to them, does not fix anything.
By the way, that is a piece of news that I forgot to say until now. As a matter of fact, I guess Cameron is releasing. He's doing his own scans, and he is releasing The Abyss and all those on 4K this year. That's what they're
Oh,
saying.
nice,
It's actually
Sweet.
finally going to happen
Sweet,
because that's
That's
why they've
cool.
never done 4K. It's
Yeah.
because he has control over
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
he does?
Abyss
Okay.
really needs like I have that on DVD still, and now I'm tired of looking at that. That needs an upgrade bad.
it. He's putting his own cut 4K of Terminator 2 also. So we'll finally get a good Terminator 2 4K.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
All right, my ad's done. What timestamp you on?
I'm at 28:27.
Yeah, all right, that's exactly where I am. All right, cool.
Mine's 28:28.
All right, cool. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Perfecto.
How the hell we managed to stay that close?
Yeah, I know that was fucking creepy, right? And it never works out like that. It never like works out that close.
Whoa, fucking
Leave
only
one
like
up there, man.
it's like technically we were off by 1 second. That's it.
Yeah. Jesus,
I love
the
that.
mannequins going
I
down on
love
each other.
that, man. Yeah, she's having some pie.
Got raid in his room. He's got raid in his fucking
Yeah,
room.
like that's like another thing that like when I say this one's like this Frank is more like insane. That's like another thing that like complements that. It's
He's
like
getting
the
high
Frank
as shit
first
off the
movie.
fumes.
You don't see it like this
Well,
disgusting. Like just you could
my
picture
jaw
someone just
kind of
being
looks
mentally
kinda,
ill like this.
you know.
Dude,
Spinell
you
was
ever
kinda
wash your
sweaty
hands with
and
that
shit
shit,
anyway.
dude? It does not feel good.
No, yeah, that's
It's like
terrible.
literally like putting a cheese grater on your hand.
Yeah, that's not a good shit at all.
That is, let me take the pill. Let me take these pills so I won't scratch the skin off my hands.
Well, the original Frank Zito wasn't
That's funny.
nearly as well kept. You know what I mean? Joe Spinell was kind of a sweaty, smiley looking guy anyway. So he didn't give a fuck if he smelled. You know, he just got sweaty and kind of I don't know. His character that kind of put me in mind of that one porn star. What's his name? Goddamn, the hairy, sweaty one that just got in trouble. Oh man,
The Harry
the old
Sweaty
school
one.
one. The old school porn star, man. What's his name?
Yeah.
Ron
I know
Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. That's kind of who he puts me in mind of. The original Frank Zito.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see the comparison.
Just kind of smelly looking.
Shit,
You know?
dude. Yeah, yeah. It works.
He didn't give a fuck if they smelled. This is Elijah. He cares if it smells.
Yes, that's true.
He's like, man, I'm gonna strip skin off my hands too because I got blood on them. Goddamn.
So I keep raiding in my room. So
The
I
fucking
smell
wire
all right.
Dude, he probably gets so high off the fumes, he's just spraying the can till it's kicked.
That's funny.
You hear him coughing while he's spraying it.
Yeah.
You gotta smell great in there, dude. It smells like blood and flesh and raid.
Exactly. And hair. Oh. I love this guy. You got 10 seconds. Get out of here.
Was that Carolyn Monroe back there? Did she just do a cameo walking across back there? That kind of looked like her, that dark-haired chick from behind.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It kind of did. It put me in mind of her.
God, I love the score.
That's something we could look up, see if it was.
Yeah.
You know how they are about cameos when they make remakes. It could have very well been
Oh yeah, for sure, it could have been.
because they was careful not to show her face and shit. But at the same time, they focused in on her across the street. That's what I'm wondering. There's little things that go through my mind.
I always notice tiny little things, whether things like that or stupid tiny things.
Or maybe it was just my wishful thinking, you know? 'Cause
Yeah,
I loved Carolyn Monroe in the original. I loved her in that, man.
yeah,
Unless she was for it. She was she was classy, pretty. You know what I mean? A different kind of a pretty.
yeah.
Because
I know what you mean.
you guys know as well as I do, there's several different forms of attraction. I mean, there's no two that are the same. And she
Oh
just
yeah,
had that classy. She just had that classy. I don't know thing about. She had the classy attraction. You got the sexy attractive. You got the classy. You got the girl next door attractive. You know what I mean.
this girl's like twirling and shit.
I always thought that shit was cool, man. How they're able to do that on that.
Yeah, right.
Well,
That takes
basically, it's
some talent.
I do a lot of practice, dude.
Oh yeah.
You watch it and shit, like, oh my god.
Hey Jamie.
That was actually pretty fucking smart of them to bring it from his point of view. Because some of my favorite shots in all horror movies are from the point of view of the killer. So to
Yeah.
make one strictly on that was fucking badass. I'm surprised
Oh
nobody did
yeah.
that.
That's what I love. That's what I love. One of the many things that I love about this movie is how it's shot like this.
That's what I love about Black Christmas. That's what I love about Halloween.
Yeah.
Black Christmas did it brilliantly.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they didn't want to see Billy. That was the whole point.
Yep. And not
So
know
you didn't,
why or anything. Why he was killing them or no motive, nothing.
because they wanted you to suspect Peter, you know? And you couldn't
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you know, poor Peter fucking got beat to death.
Yeah, yeah. He did nothing
He
wrong at
was
all.
acting weird. I think
Yeah,
Dad
he
might
was
have
a little
killed her
weird.
though.
He
I think
could
Peter
have
was
like
like,
he could have thought of it. Like you can make a theory out of that.
I'm pretty sure he was planning on killing her because he was acting
Yeah, then
pretty
maybe he thought of it, and then the killings happened, and he died.
because she
That's
was going to hold the baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Black Christmas is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a classic.
This is Subway scene.
Yeah.
It's cool how they put that little part before, to kind of lead you to Subway scene in this one.
Yeah.
Instead of just sticking you there after 10 minutes.
They also
Yeah.
introduce Anna earlier in this movie
Right.
when she comes by the mannequin shop.
Yeah.
You don't meet Anna in the original till I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes in or something like that.
In this one, it shows how he stalks a lot longer. He's been stalking for a minute. Like he followed her all the way from seeing her do that shit to seeing her change her clothes when she was done to seeing her come to this fucking Subway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's stalking her. And she's looking at it now going, this motherfucker looks weird.
Oh yeah, she starts feeling uncomfortable as shit.
Creep alert. And he don't look threatening, but he looks
Nice
so
one.
odd, He's not a very big guy, but at the same time, he looks so fucking weird. She's thinking, holy
Oh,
fuck.
for sure. And he must smell like Raid.
Yeah,
Like hardcore.
he's like, fuck it, I'll walk home.
Yeah. Like damn.
10 miles, fuck it. Better than that creepy guy over there.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take the long way.
And there he is outside it now. And she's like, "Oh my god, he is looking. He is
Yeah.
looking creepy on me."
And that's when total freak out is totally deserved.
Now, is there any
I love the
times
neon
this
lights.
dead in the subway in New York, man? Is there any time where it's this dead?
I mean, in like the very wee hours and stuff, like you can
Okay.
probably, like on some lines, you could see like empty. But this isn't New York. This is L.A. New York in the original. That's one thing that
Oh,
they
they're
changed
doing
the
LA.
location.
Okay.
Yeah, this is in L.A. But
Oh, okay.
it's dead in the original too, in the subway scene. And yeah, you
Right.
could see it like that from time to time.
I didn't realize this was LA. Okay.
If
I
anything,
didn't
like
know that either.
maybe like 10 people spread out over like a big ass distance, like for one, like a bigger line.
I just assumed it was New York, just like the original, you know.
Yeah, that was one of the things they changed was the location.
It looks the same.
I know, right?
I was like, damn, New York. And that's why I asked you about it, because you know what I mean. Because you
Yeah, no,
know.
I know, yeah. That's why I figured yes.
I mean, we don't get to really see like a real skyline in it or nothing, so it's
Right.
Yeah,
it could
exactly.
like the city could fall under anywhere really, but it does look like your typical New York, Chicago, or LA kind of city.
Yeah,
And it takes
any
place
city.
downtown. It being downtown, you're not going to see palm trees and shit. So you know what I mean. That's why
Yeah, no, it
like the
worked.
palm
It's
trees
funny.
sticking out of the middle of the fucking between the buildings. You know. That's one thing at Halloween. If you look way off in the distance when she's walking to school, you can see those palm trees. I never noticed that as a kid until they start bringing it.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, there is palm trees back here.
In
Palm trees in
the middle
Illinois.
of Illinois.
Yeah, I know.
I just didn't see that when I was a kid. I didn't notice that palm tree until I was probably 18 years old. I was like, God damn.
I
By
don't
the time
live
I
that
see it
far
for a time,
from like was it Haddonfield, New Jersey, like the real
Yeah,
Haddonfield, New
right.
Jersey. Like I'm about like 30 minutes, about a half hour from there,
nice.
Yeah,
but there's
this is
no
Beverly
real
Hills.
like was it Haddonfield, Illinois? That doesn't exist, obviously.
Yeah, I
They
know.
they put the two
Oh
together.
man, that
They
Achilles
get,
is rough,
yeah, I
dude.
know.
Oh
You
God,
can never walk again after that shit.
fuck, dude, that is a rough one.
Put you in mind of Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, with Gage,
Oh, that's a
Dude, it's
nasty
like,
Achilles cut too.
but like when he puts that knife
the
to her ankle,
hospital.
it's like her ankle explodes, dude. It's
I
fucking
know.
rough.
It looks fucking crazy good. It's
Oh,
so
it was so
effective.
simple for him too.
And she's not going to be running away either. So she's helpless at this point. And he has stabs her.
Man,
She's
those
laying
are
there.
some deep stabs.
Yeah.
That's vicious.
And this is another like few time that it comes out of his first person. So I don't know if it's like, does he come out of himself when he kills?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's
To
kind of
me,
like,
that's the roughest kill in the movie right there.
He
yeah,
starts
yeah,
stabbing.
especially with the Achilles to start it off.
That's what really like
Yeah.
every time. That's why like I was freaked out watching. I was like, ah, we're here. This is the part. It's the fucking part.
And then we get the awesome homage. Oh, I got ads in 7 seconds. Although we get the homage first. That looks so awesome.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah,
just like the VHS cover. That's awesome. All right,
you
I
got
got
a
an ad.
pause.
Yeah, I got an ad.
All right.
What an awesome homage to an original.
Imagine coming through that parking lot and just finding that body laying there, torso just laying there with Achilles cut, a bunch of stab wounds, and missing its head.
Yeah, right. And just being, what the hell happened
Damn.
here?
Now we don't see her getting scalped here, but you know, we know he took it and put it in his back pocket. So
Oh yeah.
he scalped her and put it in his back pocket for later.
Yeah, he should say, I'm gonna save you for later. Like a fucking
Like you know, how people
napkin.
people carry wallets in their back pocket. He carries a scalper too.
He did just
I
have
carry my scalps where my wallet should go.
That's right. He did just have the scalp, not the whole head. Right. Exactly. Because it looked like the whole head there for a minute. I was like, damn, he took the whole fucking head.
Is he part Cherokee?
That'd been cool.
Poor Cherokee.
Maybe he just likes. Maybe.
Yeah, he's a scalp lover.
Maybe he just likes the way they look, but hates the way they smell.
Scalplovers.com.
He's got to have their hair to take them and transfer them into the mannequin. For some reason, it has to be their hair. It has to have that.
Yeah, well, I guess it makes the mannequins feel and look more girly.
Or if
And
they
they
got
got
little
hair.
lip rings, little things like that, he has to have too.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that makes that one hurt. Only in the mind of a maniac.
Yeah. Could ever understand.
I mean, we get entertained by it, but you know what I mean. When we really sit down and think about it, you know what I mean. We sit there and go, "Wow,
Oh, it
okay."
should be yeah, it's terrifying. Like, imagine having a brain that crazy, that out of whack.
I'm fucking glad I don't, man, because
Yeah.
I think I'd be really fucking dangerous if I did.
Yeah, right.
Because
I
I ain't
couldn't
right anyway.
imagine.
I'm kind of odd anyway. So if you made me a maniac, it might be really
I
bad.
know, I right? That's what I always thought too. Alright, I'm back.
All right, hit play.
40, yeah, hit play. Okay.
I'm at 40, 30, 40, 40.
Yeah, that's like right where I'm at.
Yeah.
Anna is so beautiful in this movie.
Like, he knows he's got to be careful with this one.
Yeah,
Like, he can't, he's got to be on a different level with this girl compared to everybody else.
So he does
yeah.
somewhat have a
Otherwise,
so he
he's
does
gonna
somewhat
fucking
have a
snap
mask.
right away.
So in a way, he does put on his normalcy mask. Okay,
Yeah,
but you can't tell because you're seeing it from his point. You know what I mean? So it's a lot harder to tell that he's
yeah.
putting
I
on
know
it.
it's harder to tell like how well he's doing with his performance.
That's what this one might be. You know, I mean, I prefer the original, but this one might be scarier just simply because it's from his point of view. You know what I mean? It almost makes
Yeah,
you at least.
like it makes you complicit. Like it makes you feel like you're committing these murders like along with him, and that
Well,
like there's nothing you can do to stop it. Like that's what I love about this too.
yeah, you're watching his point of view and you're seeing him do it, but you can't stop him, even though you feel like it's yeah. That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That's yeah. That definitely ups the creep factor. I hadn't thought about it like that.
yeah. No, that's what makes it really terrifying for me.
Where you guys at on time right now?
Um, 42:22.
Okay, okay. All right, just making sure.
Cool. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get a drink.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta do that soon too. Took the woods right out of my mouth. So how you been, Sean? Doing good, man.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. I went to a baseball game today. I met up with a buddy of mine's got a channel on here. His channel's Horror Fan 34. He's not a very active YouTuber, but he lives not too far from me, and we met up and went to the Phillies game today. But other than that, I mean, everything's been pretty good, man.
Awesome.
Got no real complaints. So
You replaced your machine yet?
no, not yet. I'm like riding it out right now. I'm like trying to I'm like avoiding putting the money out for it, but I'm probably gonna get a new player by like the beginning of summer. Like probably by June, I'm gonna have a new player because I'm getting tired of the disc trays opening and shutting on me on its own, and
That's a
a
sign.
lot of times I find myself having to get up.
Yes.
I'm like across the room. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta get up and fix this tray.
There's two
It is a
signs that
little
they show
frustrating.
when they're going out. When you try to play it, it'll kick it back open on you a few seconds later, or it just flat ass will tell you that it can't read. And that's the two signs. When it starts doing that, that means it's starting to go out.
Yeah.
But I
That
guarantee
is the
you,
most annoying
your eyes
thing.
are
Is like you put a movie in and it's like, all right, what the fuck's wrong? It's just not playing. Like
yet it'll play
put
other
something
ones.
else in and it works.
Yes, they get picky. That's the third sign. Yes, they get picky. They'll play other things just perfectly, but this particular movie, or 2 or 3 or whatever, it will not play. Yes, they get picky, and there's no explanation for it. But it sounds like your eyes just dirty, man. That's why I told you how to clean it without ruining it.
Yeah, I'm like going on 6 years of having it.
So it's about time anyway. So it's definitely filthy. I guarantee you, your eye is filthy. See me, since I smoke in here with my machine, that's why I have to clean mine. That's how I learned that, because the nicotine was getting in there on the eye. It's bound to. It's just what happens.
Yeah, nicotine
Electronics suck
ruins
up
everything.
Yeah, and
It gets on the
electronics.
walls. It gets all over everything, man.
Yeah, and your electronics, your TVs and everything, it sucks that shit in. It's extra susceptible to nicotine. Your electronics are.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to keep my eye clean on there. You wouldn't think it would get in there to the eye, to the Blu-ray player, but it does. And
Yeah,
this
it's over time. It sits in one area too, so.
and this being my room where I do everything. This is where I smoke, and this is where I have this is my domain. This is smoke. That's why I got plastic and shit on the white colored collector's editions of Geeks and shit, so they don't turn yellow.
Right.
It can't be having my collection fucking nicotine and ruined.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like I don't smoke like real cigarette. I usually smoke real cigarettes outside of the house, but like I have like one of these like vape sticks that you can
Yeah,
buy where it's like 1,500 puffs in it. Like I
yeah,
smoke this in my room sometimes. Just like I take a puff here and there, but I don't smoke like cigarettes in the house. Like I smoke those outside of the house.
yeah.
But
Well,
these don't really stink up the house that bad.
right.
Like you can still smell that someone's smoking like some kind of nicotine, but compared to a
I
real
do it in here.
cigarette,
I do it in here because this is my, this is away from everybody, and this is my particular domain that I'm only in. So that's why I do it
right?
back here.
Nah, dude, that makes perfect sense, you know. And at least at least you're mindful enough to put sleeves on your movies. Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it takes experience to figure stuff out like that. You have
I
to
had to
go
replace
through getting something ruined to learn from it.
I had to replace these a couple times, and these are not easy to get a hold of because
Right,
they
I
turn
know,
gray.
dude. I have one window box.
I have eight.
This is the only Arrow window box I have, and that's for House by the Cemetery.
Hell yeah, that's a good one too. That's one of the more expensive ones to replace. I
Yeah,
have
that's the only one I have, though.
I have Zombie Flesh Eaters, House by the Cemetery, The Beyond, Say Living Dead, Bay of Blood, Day and Dawn of the Dead, Demons, Martin, One House, Obsession, then Tenebrae, Inferno, Cat and Nine Tails, Bird of Crystal Plumage, Deep Red, Phenomena, and then I got some of the DVD one editions too, like Pieces and shit.
Yeah,
It's the same thing, they just don't have the windows.
nice.
But yeah, I've got 18 of those Arrow windows lit.
No, that's all right, man. It's all right if you're a little bit behind because of the ads and Corey stopped by. What's up, King Gore?
Hey Corey, what's up, man? Good guy, man.
Yeah, but I wish more companies would do window boxes.
Those are cool as fuck, man.
I know, right? Like that's like I don't have anything else in my collection that's like a window box really.
Yeah, they're unique.
And
For
that's
some
like the only
reason,
one I have is that House by the Cemetery edition.
for some reason, they must have been. It must not have been, feasible for them to keep doing them. It must have cost them more or something. There was some reason
Yeah,
financially that they stopped.
yeah, I don't know exactly, but I thought everything about the packaging was really cool. Like the only thing that ever bothers me with the Region B releases is the rating stickers. That's like the only thing that ever bothers me with foreign releases. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if the rating sticker's small, I can live with that. But if it's like stamped on there, big as shit, taking up half of the artwork, that's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's that's not bad.
No, those are
That's
perfectly
what it
fine.
is. It's like
But like, you ever see those ones where it's like a giant square and it'll say 18 on it, like those German releases? Like, I see that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that, man?
yes.
It's like
Gets
4
nice
inches
artwork
big.
and then, yeah,
Takes
gets
up
this
like
nice
4
artwork and
inches
then
of the box.
completely runs that pretty ass artwork that Europe does, you know,
I know, it just like totally ruins it.
because they got the best looking artwork. You know what I mean? They got beautiful artwork, Germany and all that German media books. But when you stick that shit over it, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I noticed on Blue Underground's Zombie, the slip covers they did, the 3 slip covers for Zombie. It says in 4K restoration, like a little blood splatter. It says 4K restoration,
Yeah.
but the rest of the lenticular movies that they did, they don't have that on there. Just the Fulci
Really?
Zombie ones had that on there. Like, it's kind of hard to like over. I mean, it's kind of easy to overlook it, like, and not notice it. But
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
like
detail.
this right here, that little
Dude, that scalping looks
red
so
thing
crazy
right there.
too.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
says new 4K restoration, but here's the Dead and Buried one. There's no 4K label on it, but it doesn't
The
ruin
Dead
it.
and
But like,
Buried
I
is
was like, I
sick.
noticed it like the other day. I was like, why is that only on the zombie movie?
Dead and
That's
Buried
something
is
I didn't
awesome.
notice until you said that. I didn't notice that detail. I mean, I have all those. I didn't notice the until you said that. But you're right.
It
Yeah.
is easy to overlook, though.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. It's one of those questions.
I mean, she kind of like fucks him over because she's like obviously like flirting with him like for like all the time, and then she's like, "Yeah, you want to come like have a beer with me and my boyfriend?" I'm like, I mean, like she don't know how crazy he is, but she always assumes somebody's crazier than you think they look, just in case.
That's where she's a little more smug. She's a little more what
Yeah,
is it? Takes a little bit more for granted than the Carol Monroe version did.
yeah, no, I agree.
So she's a little more happy with herself.
Yeah,
Carol
that's
Monroe
true.
was a little more humble. Character-wise. Well, they
Mayan
kind of broke
says she's enjoying the movie, but the kills are really brutal.
Oh yeah, I know.
facts.
They're
Dude, they
insane.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're
Like
a
I said,
handful.
like it's a few things I don't even know how they do, like how they pulled it off. Like it looks so good.
I don't think she was watching me when I did Maniac a couple months back. That would have been an experience for her when I did the 1980 version. It's too bad she
Well, I
missed
guess we can't recommend the Hostel movies to Mayan.
it.
No,
Oh,
right?
she's
Hostile.
up for anything though, man. No matter what I mention
Yeah,
practically, she's up for it. She's just as long as it doesn't have to do with hurting animals and shit like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
She's anything else, hell yeah. Kids and animals.
It sounds so ridiculous though when we say it like that. It's like they're cool to watch anything. People getting chopped up and disfigured and murdered and so anything but like hurting animals and stuff like that. It's fine. Like that sounds so funny when we say it like
You
that.
fuck
Because
with the
it's true,
animals, it's over.
though. Yeah.
Leave the puppy alone.
But show
Fucking
me
game
those
over.
brutal shit done to my fellow human beings, and I'm there.
Oh,
If
I
that
love
fucking
he
turtle dies, game over.
Yeah.
he stops to watch these two fucking. You know, he just stops there and look.
She's seen a hostel. She said.
Really?
Yeah, she said she's seen it.
What you think about it? You tell what? So she's viewed some mainstream torture films.
What about the guinea pig movies? You guys ever see those? The guinea pig movies?
They have guinea pigs in them.
No, there's no guinea pigs. I can tell you
No.
that.
I thought
What-
like you were talking about movies
is
with
it
guinea
exactly?
pigs in them.
There's like a whole series of like these they're like Japanese, or I'm pretty sure they're Japanese horror
They
They
films.
sound
makes sense.
Japanese.
That makes
And
sense. The Japanese
but there
are
is
like
like a few of them, but they're like some of the most like realistic torture like you'll see in some horror movies. But
Oh,
like
Yeah.
a lot of the movies are like only available on DVD and they go for stupid money.
Huh.
But I'm pretty sure you can find them online, like if you were like really that curious. But
oh
I
yeah,
saw
I'm
one
sure.
of them one time. A buddy of mine was downloading movies, and that was one of the movies we downloaded and watched that all night. Fucked up movies,
That
man.
reminds me of what
Phantom.
the hell was that popular series like in the 80s that had that supposedly real snuff films and stuff on it. It was like something of death or like
Masters of
Faces of Death.
or no, Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. That's it. Yeah, yeah. That reminded me when you were just talking about it. Reminded me of that.
Well, I'd say the guinea pig movies definitely make the yeah, those movies look like shit, dude. Like
Yeah.
really, like these movies are like some real fucked up shit. Yeah, this is a whole
Yeah.
film series here. They are Japanese though.
Yeah, they don't have much of a filter. The Japanese don't.
I
Like,
think
No.
the first one came out in '85. It's called Guinea Pig: The Devil's Experiment. But like these are some fucked up movies, bro.
I gotta check them out.
So apparently there's 6 of them.
I like guinea pigs.
But like this is like some of the most like realistic torture you'll find in a horror movie.
Damn.
Wow. Japanese horror. King Gord just said he just downloaded the original guinea pig films. Japanese, there's like 7 or 8. Good stuff. The later ones get goofy.
I think there's 6. Or 7 or 8, really? I mean, I don't know. I just looked it up. It says like something about 6 movies.
Dude, what fucking guy fucks some woman in front of her kid, like on the street? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
and it's like, who does that? Like, really? Like, I know there are people who do like those type of sick
Well,
bastards.
she made him go
exist.
around the corner. She made him go
Yeah.
around the other side of the pillar at least.
She does set it right, but like, what type of guy does that? It's
Right.
like, all right, well, I'm gonna just fuck it if her kid's sitting like just standing there looking at me.
I
So
need to stand
weird.
over there for a minute. I got to talk to this guy. You know, and you know, he's just standing there watching, going, "What the fuck?" And she looks right at it, and she sees him watching, and she's just like, "Okay."
yeah, exactly. It's creepy as shit.
The kid's standing there going, "I don't know."
Yeah, Corey, I think there's 6 of those guinea pig movies. Because it says here, the guinea pig movies are Japanese horror films based on a series of 6 films, as well as 2 making of documentaries.
Hey,
So technically, there is 8. You got 6 films and 2 documentaries.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love all these mannequins. Look fucking crazy. Tourist Trap is still like the best mannequin movie.
yeah.
I think
adore
that's one of the
Tourist Trap.
best slow burners ever.
It's such
Tourist
a great
Trap.
movie.
It's
I
like
love
everything about it's so slow paced and everything. It's such
Yeah.
a subtle movie,
I
but
love it.
but the elements of those mannequins and those animatronic dolls that just shoot out of God knows
Yeah.
where, like where they're gonna come out of next. So,
I
and then you
love
got
that
Chuck
so much.
Connors carrying the whole movie.
He's so good. He does
Yeah,
carry it
yeah.
all pretty much.
That
And-
blew
but like
old school film fans' mind. Chuck Connors was
by
killing
like by like the middle of the movie though, like he's constantly talking about the highway and like how he lost his wife, and then like
Yeah.
he'll like stop talking for a second and he'll be like, but then they made that highway. Like it brings up the highway.
It sounds
And
like
they made that highway.
sounds like Psycho with
His
the
whole
base
life.
motel, and then they made the bigger highway,
Right.
and then the base motel didn't get people anymore. Sounds like that.
It's their fault.
But that's such a great movie. I love that. That's in like my top 20 films, like horror films of all time.
Yeah. For me, The Birds is in there too. I like The Birds. Just as
Yeah,
much.
The Birds is great. I haven't seen The Birds in forever. I gotta do more of Hitchcock.
You know, it's the only
Only-
horror film ever made that doesn't have a score during the film. There's no score.
Oh,
during
yeah?
The Birds. There's no
Yeah,
score.
that's interesting.
Next time you watch it, check it out. There's no score in that movie.
I just realized on this last watch when I did a video on Texas Chainsaw Massacre that there's hardly a score in that movie either.
True.
Like, and I never
Yeah,
noticed it
sounds,
really until this watch. I was like, there's like, besides like music that they're listening to in like the cars and stuff like that when they're driving, there's no music at all. I was like, maybe that's why it feels so raw and like documentary like. There's no music at all. And I thought that was interesting.
Just little sounds that they create.
Yeah.
Like Black Christmas, the hammering on the piano. There's no music.
Yeah.
Dang,
Exactly.
Dang, that's all you get.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's the quieter horror movies that are the creepiest.
Oh yeah.
Where you got long periods of quiet.
Yeah, because you build up tension.
Yeah,
it's not like a jump scare and jump scares. I can't.
You know what movies like that? Like the original When a Stranger Calls is like that. Yes. You get a lot of moments where there's like no noise at all, and it's just
yeah.
It's just
that's a good one.
Like, you know, it'll be like a dark ass scene, like especially like the first 20 minutes of that movie. You know, the first time I ever saw that, I was by myself, and it freaked the hell out of me. The first time I ever saw that movie. Like, I remember, like, I had trouble going to sleep that night when I first saw it. I think I was, like, 12 years old when I saw that shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck, dude? This movie's scaring the fuck out of me.
You got blood all over me. Yeah. Let me check the children. And then find out that they've been dead all that time. It's like, wow. Talk about trauma. With her being in charge of them and shit, you know, that happened on her watch, you know?
Yeah.
Talk about the guilt. The whole time he was saying, have you checked the children? They were dead. You know, it's just like, wow. That was a long period of time, you know.
Yeah, right.
All evil.
But he had her so freaked out, though, you know what I mean?
Oh, she's terrified, and when she pulls that, kills that performance.
I mean, like, there's one part where she goes out in the kitchen
really
and checks.
Terrified.
She like checks the refrigerator because the ice maker is making noise. Like, I remember being like, I couldn't even get that far. Like, I was so scared that I wouldn't even be able to get that far to check that noise. I would have been out of the house.
Yeah, right.
You get the kid leaving, like, yeah. She just thought it was just some fucking weirdo, just some asshole, you know what I mean? She didn't realize it was somebody that was actually in the house and had already killed the other kids. You wouldn't think that.
Like, do you think he was going house to house and being like, damn, there isn't a phone I can prank call them with. Damn it, I gotta check these houses. Every house I get into has only got one fucking landline. God damn
it. There's one that does, because back then that wasn't out of the ordinary.
That's a lot of keys that this guy has.
Yeah, like there was like people that had like 3 landlines.
Yes. It's like people watch that shit now, like that and Black Christmas now, that see the different lines in the house. Go, well, why did they do that? It's hard for them to understand because that was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, now we don't have any landlines. You know, very few landlines at home now.
I remember having to like plug DSL into like one of the phone lines and shit.
Yep.
Remember DSL?
Mm-hmm. And made that fucking noise. Yeah. It's like it was having a fit, man.
Yep.
I was like, what the? I said, what the hell is that? My brother had it. He said, that's the internet. I said, the what?
It's like a doorbell just had a seizure or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's something in your room and they're freaking the fuck out, dude.
I think we got another scalping coming.
Yeah. And follow the what was it? The Anna's teacher or some shit, or friend? I have a friend, I think.
I'm at 102.
I'm at 103.
I'm at 102 and 10.
It happened. I told you.
That's weird.
It's all different movies, you know.
Oh yeah.
We're not all watching the same movies. They're actually different for each person.
Yeah. We all get our own cut.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years. Just nobody knows.
You
That's
get
funny.
your own special
Sure.
cut.
Yeah. Every copy they play is different. That'd be some filmmaking.
So everybody who tries to talk about the movie, like, what are you talking
Has a
about?
completely different idea about what
Fucking
happened.
Mine
She's
had
not in that
4
film.
purple elephants in it.
Yeah.
She's not in that fucking film, dude. What are you talking about?
That's funny.
All right. I
You can see
fast
it.
forward right this up to the end. I'm at 103:43 now.
All right,
Dude,
cool.
that's gotta be so horrible for that girl. He's sitting there calling her mommy.
Yeah,
She's probably
man.
terrified. Like, why is this dude calling me mommy?
Yeah. I mean, immediately she knows he's out of his mind.
What do you got?
Oh
And
yeah, you just got a haircut.
That's even more terrifying because then she
It's
knows
another haircut.
he can do anything to me.
What is it
Blood
about
and
taking a
Bruise
shower
is
and taking
here.
a
What's
bath?
up, Blood and Bruise?
Horror movies don't like it when they bathe or shower. You know, the horror movies don't like that shit.
Yeah.
So you can take a bath, huh? All right, well, the Maniac's going to see you while you're taking a bath.
I
She's
still
asleep,
feel
man.
like that steel wool is like, I feel like that's more dangerous than the knife.
Yeah.
At least she doesn't think about using that on the victim.
This is
Oh,
one
man.
other few times that you see him in like
Couple.
from not his perspective.
Imagine being her. He cut her and shit. She's terrified, and now he's going to fucking cuddle with her back.
Dude, right there looks crazy when this scalping right here looks
Yeah, that's sick.
unbelievable.
Oh.
Time for a haircut.
Dude,
She
that
says,
looks so like crazy good. That's scary looking.
what is it about scalping people that kills them? Do they bleed out? I mean, what is it? Does
Well,
it
he
I
bite?
uses
guess.
the hair. He takes the hair and puts them on
Yeah.
the mannequins and reanimates them, basically.
No,
Right, yeah.
he's
But I'm
saying like,
saying,
what
what is it
about
about
scalping
scalping a
them
person that
kills
kills
them?
them? Yeah,
I'm guessing there's blood loss.
something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, you gotta still like, you still got your skull there. Like, unless you're like able to cut through bone, like with a bone saw or something. So it's not like that
So
accurate.
yeah.
But, I mean, still, it's crazy. It's gotta hurt like a motherfucker.
But yeah, but I was always wondering, what about it kills you? You know, I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
Because it will kill you.
I don't think it
Probably.
actually kills you, because you think about like back in those days with like, like Indians and those Comanches, like
Yeah.
scalping dudes. Like dudes would
after
have
they
like
killed
they would
them.
survive that shit, and they would have scars all over their heads and shit.
That's true.
Oh, really? Really?
So maybe
I did not know
it's
that.
just because he kills everyone, then scalps them. So we don't really see him
Yeah.
like scalp someone and then they get away or anything to know that they live.
It's like what's that movie, the Revenant, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy?
Mhm.
Like in that movie, he got scalped by some Indian or whatever, and like he goes to like clean like his hat off, and he takes the hat off, and his head's all scarred up and shit.
Well,
Hey, what's up, Bud and Bruce? How you doing, man? Hey, Jason, what's going on?
Cool.
Yeah, you want to come up? Hold on.
Yeah, we got about 20 or 25 minutes left, I think. 20 minutes left we have.
Yeah. It's just the whole way his apartment or place, wherever it looks, with all these with all the mannequins everywhere, and just like the blood coming down, like from the scalps. Looks awesome.
Yeah, and the blood that's come down, it's dried. I like the little detail that blood has turned brown, like blood does when it dries. It gets darker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good detail. It's not still bright red or anything. You know what I mean? It turns dark. These guys fucking eyeballing. He's like, what's that?
The music is so goddamn good in this. Like every piece of the score.
That's important. That's key. You know, that really is key.
Dude, and that's so creepy. Him having a mannequin like as him as a kid. That's so weird.
Take good care of her, Frank. Dude, if you only knew who she's there with. He's gonna take care of her, all right. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't leave my girl with fucking Elijah Wood. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, at least he's smart enough to get out of there.
When you see Eternal Sunshine, you'll see what I mean.
Oh, this guy gets like a brutal fucking kill too. Like all the kills are just fantastic in this movie.
Yeah, they paid attention to detail. They wanted to do that shit right. They didn't skip on any important detail. The score, the kills, you know what I mean? To make a good horror movie, you have to have all the proper boxes checked. And if you check those proper boxes,
Yeah.
you do. So many of them don't, though. They want to skip all that shit and make it all hype and jump scare and shit like that instead of checking the boxes that really affect you emotionally. Ones that get everybody.
May says him cutting the girl looks so real. Yeah, it does. That's last scalping though is absolutely brutal.
It has to affect you. It has to affect you emotionally. It has to make you think in order to be effective and to be good. It really has to affect you.
Yeah. You have to care and be emotionally invested.
You care about the character, and then you have to, almost feel like you can almost feel these scalping. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it makes you go, damn.
Especially because it looks painful as shit.
The Achilles cut the fuck out of both my feet, you know?
It's like I don't want that ever happening to me. I'm never getting scalped.
Yeah. To me, watching the Achilles get cut, it's like, do you remember that era in the early 2000s where, like in the Chainsaw Massacre remake, where all the films showed the fingernails getting broken back? You remember that little era where
yeah. In the Texas Chainsaw 3, I hate fingernails. I don't. That's one thing I don't do. I don't do fingernails. And when they're bringing the blonde guy down the stairs, and his fucking nails peel off, like, oh man, that kills me.
The fucking wall. Yeah.
That like kills me for a quick second.
Everybody was doing it for a minute. A few years.
Horror God, we're being joined now by the horror God, guys. Let's welcome Jason from Sinister Cinema Reviews.
What's up?
What's up, Jason?
It actually says horror God.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
What's up, guys?
Not much, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What up?
Jason, this is Keith
Nice to
and
meet you.
Sean. This is Jason, if you don't know him.
Oh, shit, I'm on.
Yeah, I always forget to do that, too. To mute.
There it is. Much better.
How you doing,
So
man?
you guys are watching Maniac, huh? I just walked into this party.
Nice to meet you, man. I've been watching your channel for years.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, I know I've been subscribed, but it's been a little while since I've been to your channel, so I got to get over there soon.
We're all busy people.
Yeah, I don't watch your shit anymore.
That's very true.
I don't watch Jason.
You're too busy anymore. Making videos, man. You don't got time to be watching other people.
I know, right?
Shit.
I still got to check every now and then.
So what part of Maniac are you on?
We're nearing the end. Like, 11 minutes past the hour mark.
Well, what
he's
scene?
He's right up. I know what he went. He's right about to freak out on Anna. Like she's just starting to notice and ask the question and say, "What was it that they didn't mention any other girls in the paper?" And him telling her to relax and stuff. Yeah, which is such a tense scene. And she does such a great job in this movie too.
Yeah, I like how they made it a different version of the character from the Carolyn Monroe. You know what I mean? You get that same likability in a way, but it's a different cut.
Yeah, it's definitely a different take on the character.
Just from the point of view changes all that all by itself, you know.
Ben Graham, I know that name.
Yeah, Ben, what's up, Ben? Howdy indeed.
Yeah, man.
Funny enough, I was just watching Yellow Jackets that has Elijah Wood in the newest episode. So,
how do you do?
Wonderful as always.
Awesome.
She said, I'd rather just go to sleep and we'll talk tomorrow.
You've watched Wilfred, Jason, right?
I was Wilfred for Halloween.
Were you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
this year,
that show. Yeah, for 1 year. I loved that show so much.
Yeah. I never watched, I might have watched one episode of the original series, but yeah, all the American series I watched.
Yeah, I think I only saw maybe a few episodes of the Australian one too. I love Elijah Wood.
I feel like that
him interacting with him is so much better.
I feel like that show was actually forewarning us. It was a little foreshadowing of Alice and Mac's freaking eventual mental breakdown and showing off of what a villain she actually is in real life. Because I remember he was dating her in this show, and I just thought she was like the perfect chick in the show. And then she like kind of has this like manic snap out of nowhere at the end, and I was like, oh, that was kind of weird and out of nowhere. And that's like exactly what happened in real life when she was like found to be part of that Nexium group.
Yeah.
Where she was like luring young actresses back to like sex cults and shit in real life.
Yeah,
pretty wild stuff. What are you doing back there? Hey.
Jamie saying something to Jason. Jamie said, I just checked out your stuff. Awesome that you did a video about Ghost Story. She loves that movie. Ghost Story is fun.
It's a great film. That was my first time viewing. It was just one of those classics that slipped by me over all the years.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I think everybody's got a few of those.
I definitely don't have many, but the ones I do, it's like we also watched The Hunger as well, which I'd never seen, but man, that movie was fucking boring.
I was just talking about it in a video, but I think I saw it once so long ago, and I don't remember anything about it, and I don't really have an interest to rewatch it anytime soon, I guess. But I've heard mixed things. I've heard mixed things on it for sure. So.
No, I
It's
never
like a lesbian vampire flick, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maniac is just, it's one of the rare remakes that I feel you can't really decide which one is better, the original or the remake. I feel
that's what I was saying earlier.
So high quality.
They both have their own identity. You know what I mean? They both have their own identity. You know, they're two different films, yet they're the same.
They're so different stylistically.
Yeah, I mean,
to shoot the whole thing in POV was definitely a really brilliant move on Frank Calhoun's part, for sure. To really put yourself in the perspective, because obviously the first film, it's one of the rare slashers where you're seeing things through the antagonist's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what,
Right.
that's what I was saying earlier. That's the shit that we liked about Black Christmas and Halloween. You know what I mean? Was that type of thing. And to give us a whole film like that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, the POV.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Well, yeah,
POV is definitely an effective. If you guys haven't seen, like, I think we talked about this on the stream that we did with the POV stuff, and like Hardcore Henry or Hotel Inferno. I still can't remember what that movie was called on Amazon, because I've seen a few movies that are in POV like that through the like antagonist or protagonist's perspective.
Isn't there that Steven Soderbergh movie? Or no, that's like made on a cell phone or something like that.
Yeah, he shot
What the
it.
hell's that movie
Unsane.
called? Yeah, Unsane, right.
Yeah.
I might freeze for a second because I got to plug my charger in.
Uh-oh, here we go. All right, now it's our show, guys.
Yep.
Taking over the channel.
Yeah, exactly. You guys get to take over. Exactly.
Turn into a robot.
You guys
now.
get to go wild. You guys go wild with the channel. Do whatever you want.
Sweet 313, Ben, is a Necrostorm film, but is it also in POV style? I haven't seen that right when it came out. Now I'm wondering. Sweet 313.
I don't remember. There's so many. He has such a huge collection.
When he actually starts getting hurt, he just don't know what the hell to do with himself. You know what I mean? He's finally taking some damage, and he just don't know what the hell to do.
Oh, even the mannequin, like the hands that shoving it into him. That looks so fucking brutal. Like it looks really good.
Cut his arm. When she cut his arm, he looked at that like, oh my fucking god! I can't believe I just got cut.
Yeah. Yep.
Blows him away.
I just think that Elijah Wood plays crazy so well.
Oh hell yes!
Like,
yeah.
I did not expect that when I first seen this. I expected. I was like, what? Elijah Wood's playing the freaking Zeo part? And then I seen that and was like, damn! I got a little different respect for him.
So yeah, this one's in POV style as well. As is Hotel Inferno 1 through 3.
Yeah, that's what you were telling. How I gotta rewatch or.
Here comes the cutting out.
I definitely can watch the. Probably.
Yeah, you're picking on it.
Cutting out, buddy.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait.
He's traveling through the Twilight Zone for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. All right. Time for us to take over. All right. Welcome to the Horror God Show. I got this channel. No problem. He stole my style anyway.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's always slowing down every stream.
That is damn good physical makeup.
Now you could tell though, if like you see JT freeze like 2 times in a row, he's gonna crap out and have to come back.
So the scene that they're playing right now, I'm assuming, is like
it's her all fucked up,
cutting into the body.
Yeah, where she's all fucked up, all tore up, and he's getting ready to scalp her.
When she in the car accident.
Yeah. This after she's already stabbed him with the hand and all that stuff, and she ran away. Yeah.
I also love when he starts disassociating, and then you start to see things kind of outside of his perspective for a second.
Yeah,
like he's leaving his body and watching himself do it. That shit's really cool too.
Yeah, the girl in the parking lot after he cuts her Achilles. Yeah, that's the first time it steps out really like that and shows you from our point of view him killing somebody.
Definitely had a hard time watching the girl dancing to Goodbye Horses because I thought she was so attractive, and I was just like, please don't kill this girl.
It's like, what's wrong with you, man? You a maniac?
Right. No. I mean, who needs JT anyway, right?
This movie respects the original so much, yet it has its own identity. And that's so hard to do.
Like I knew that I was watching something special when we got the recreation of the iconic poster.
Yes, in the car reflection, yeah.
In the car reflection, that was just like the coolest homage you could ever do.
But that's one of the coolest posters ever made. One of the coolest covers, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Like,
and the music. I mean, just the soundtrack of this film by Rob is genuinely incredible. That opening music is some of my favorite in horror history. I'd put it on par with like the opening music for Halloween. Like, I think it's phenomenal. It sets this perfect tone and atmosphere for the rest of the experience, and I love the music. Is probably my biggest positive for the film, and of many.
Phantasm does that too.
Phantasm has wonderful music for sure. It doesn't make a fucking bit of sense, but hey, it's still entertaining.
Yes,
yeah. I've called people out on my channel before, saying like anybody who tells you they understand what's happening in the Phantasm series is fucking lying to you.
I feel like a couple of the
I don't even think Don Coscarelli could explain it.
No.
It's like that with the full
JT has risen. Yeah.
You have to experience Italian horror. You don't understand it. You experience it.
Yeah, their brain looks so good right there.
You don't watch it, you experience it. That's the way I always feel.
Yeah, I mean, I did reviews of like every Argento movie, and like half the reviews,
their brains look so good.
Half of every review is like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on here.
just do the best job you can.
So dreamlike Argento stuff.
Well, yeah, they're nightmares, like, right? It's
a lot of Italian horror is very dreamish.
Yeah.
That's so creepy. At the end, he's got like that mannequin-looking face.
Like you gotta you gotta live in Fulci's universe.
When they rip his face apart and he's a mannequin underneath.
Yeah.
Or when he sees himself with like a mannequin crotch.
Yeah.
Like pure emasculation.
That's so weird. Yep. I love how they implemented the mannequins more in this movie. Do you think that's that his mom owned that store, that mannequin store? Like he says that it's his mother's store, but his mother was like a drug addicted, like prostitute. So is that like him lying, or like I wonder if it's, I don't know. But I never know because he's a psychopath, and like I said, anything he says could be a lie. So I mean, I don't know. He could have killed the owner, and he's just been living there a few months. You don't know.
I think it makes sense to go with like the theory you're talking about. I think that makes sense because it really like something like that, like the condition he's in. It was probably handed down to him. His mom probably passed away, and it was like, take care of the store, or I'll come back from the dead and kill ya.
You never know. That's possible.
I never took it that his mom was a prostitute. I just took it as his mom is promiscuous and just likes to randomly fuck.
I always looked at it like she was kind of a prostitute.
So the guy that she is screwing up against the like pillar, and then she tells him to go back to the car.
Yeah, like right in front of him.
I don't think this is just her trying to get laid, and not so much that she's like getting paid for it.
That's what I always saw it as. I mean, I'm gonna be completely wrong, but
So did he
I mean,
completely
as far,
lose his mind?
my memory might be hazy on like Charles Manson, but my memory of Charles Manson's mother is that she was a prostitute and he used to watch her from the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
And then she
And
traded him for a 6-pack of beer.
so, yeah, I don't know. Do you guys? I mean, how does everyone feel on this? Do you think that his mother's a prostitute, or do you think that she's promiscuous and just doesn't give a shit about anything?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be both. Or
I
one or
kind
the
of
other.
feel like if we were talking about like the original one, I'd feel more that she's probably a prostitute and a drug addict.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
This one, she might just be promiscuous because there's a lot bigger chance of it that than her being a prostitute. Because that goes on a hell of a lot more, you know what I mean?
Like another thing is in the original Maniac, being a prostitute and just being a drug addict, like that was big shit back then.
Oh yeah. I
Especially
mean,
in a big city. Yeah.
I love how each portrayal of Frank is slightly different. Like I've always looked at like Elijah Wood's performance. You look at his Frank more like he's like mentally disturbed. Like he's mentally ill, like 100%. Like the original Frank, I feel like he's still crazy, but he just feels more like a tortured soul, like from the way he was grown up.
The Joe Smell character is a lot more sympathetic, you know, because he
Somebody's echoing.
after he kills somebody, he feels bad. He
Yeah.
gets over it quick and he feels bad. And then Elijah Wood, he just got the creep back.
Right.
You know? He's just creepy as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They both kill it.
So at the end,
their
does he
roles.
fucking lose his shit?
Each respect.
Because we know they're not tearing him apart at the end, right? That's just in his mind. So is he losing his shit at the end? Is that what's going on? Did he finally just completely fucking just flip out? And lose it?
That's what I guess happens because I mean they show him in the corner, like
Yes.
the next day or whatever it is when they find him. He's not peeling apart, so I'm guessing it was just a major hallucination. And what, he just killed himself or something?
I think Anna is one step too far for him. And
Yeah, like if she crossed the line
because
he might possibly have.
Because obviously the mannequins that he has in his house, he controls their mood towards him, right? Like this is all in his head.
Right.
And so he sees himself as a villain all of a sudden. Like he's not able to squash that down anymore. Like before, when he kills people, you know, he gets this sense of like he's done something wrong, but like he can like distract himself from that enough and make himself believe that like, no, these people are really here and everything's okay. But with Anna, I feel like he finally takes it one step too far. And it's like his mind, you know, attacks itself. You know, like it's like in the scene in Inception when the guy realizes like someone's in the head and they all like turn on each other, right? Because like they can't like turn away from it anymore. Like once he's like kind of aware of what he's done, he turns on himself.
Well, because he wasn't personally he wasn't personal with the other victims. With Anna, he cared about her. They were friends. So
Sure.
You know what I mean, that changed it. For the
Yeah.
first time ever, it's somebody he cared about.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely one of my favorite remakes like ever.
Definitely.
And just like you said, and like I said earlier, I can't pick which one I like better. Like they're like neck and neck, both of them for me. Like they're both different enough that the differences are both amazing in both movies, and they follow the same beats mostly story-wise to be the same basic story throughout too. I just love each one. Yeah,
this is definitely one of the most realistically gory films I've ever watched.
Oh yeah, the gore is insane.
It's hyper realistic.
Yeah,
it maintains that you want to take a shower. You know what I mean? You want to take a shower to the original. It maintains that feel in the remake.
Yeah, absolutely.
They both have that dirty feel like Henry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so now, it just looks too real sometimes. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us to chat. I'm speeding it along because my shit's gonna die and I'm exhausted. So,
Yeah, my
Jason,
light's dying out anyway.
thanks for stopping by, Jason. That was a nice surprise.
No problem.
Horror,
Thanks
or
for
should I
having
say,
me.
Horror God.
Horror God.
Okay,
I thought I'd be a snarky little
Can't like she said horror
Yeah.
down there.
All right, guys. We will talk soon. We got to talk Sean and Keith about doing our Italian horror weekly watch thing, since like not many people in the community seem to be into it as much as we are. So we got to definitely talk about doing that.
Months, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stay in
yeah.
touch, man. Stay in touch with me. I'll let you know.
For sure. All right, everybody in chat, thanks for watching. May, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself despite the kills being almost too much for you. And yeah, definitely good to see you, Jason. Thanks again for stopping by.
Thanks for having
me. All right, guys. Okay.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Take care, guys.